Yeah, we're back again. Where the keys at, boys, for another podcast. This week we're gonna do a little topic about football. Yeah, everyone knows the football season is back. We're all excited. I'm excited. Got a special appearance next to me. We've got X9 in the building.
Yeah.
Over the other side, we've got
Daniel
and Mr. T.
So good. So yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit about football. We've done another top 5 subject this week. I'm gonna run things off straight away with my top 5. There was a little bit of controversy about my top 5 the other day. My films one. Hopefully, we'll probably get some more. So yeah, let's kick it off. I've gone for fullbacks. I'm not a fullback myself, but I like fullbacks.
Okay.
They seem to be doing stuff right now. They're turned into a wingback, innit? It's a big position nowadays.
Man like Trent, yeah?
I don't know about that guy.
Okay.
But yeah. So I'm gonna start off with people that didn't make my top 5. Yeah.
Is this what? Current or?
This is my top 5 for all-time fullbacks.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, who didn't make my top 5? Trent didn't make the top 5. For me, he could get there.
It's understandable.
He could get there.
It's understandable, man.
But there's people that done much better things than
Okay.
He's a World Club winner at such a young age.
All right, leave it.
Just saying, just putting it out there.
Here we go.
His stats don't lie.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he can get
To
there.
be in the top, you've got to play the minimum. You got to say at least like 5, right?
5 seasons.
To be, yeah.
Consistently.
And win stuff? Or just longevity?
Longevity. Basically, you're going to need to be
Consistently
consistent
high.
and play at a level
Yeah.
for many years. I mean,
Yeah.
don't get it twisted. He's done it so far, but he's going to need to repeat
I
it
get
for
that,
a bit longer before you then class as like a...
I get that.
No, I agree.
Cool. All right. So another player who didn't make my top 5, David Alaba from Bayern.
We can't really say that until we hit the list.
All right. So let me go on then. Cool.
Intelligent player.
Jordi Alba from Barca didn't make my list.
Yeah, I get that.
Chucky must be cringing right now.
I'm not a fan.
Not
Marcelo didn't make my list.
Wow.
Don't mean the other Brazilians there.
Well, we'll see. We'll see, innit? I got man, I don't know, people might not know this guy. Lizarazu, remember him?
Yeah.
French brother. Bad boy.
Bayern Munich, yeah.
Bad man. He couldn't make the list though.
Hold on. I swear he won the World Cup.
He
did
There's a
win
lot
World
of people that won World Cups, Dan. Does that mean they have to be in the top 5?
That mean the other French fullback on the other side must be in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
You don't know.
I do.
Let me go anyway. Philip Lahm didn't make it.
Boy.
I love Lahm. He's a bad man.
should end
Mr.
this now.
Versatile.
Let's end this now then.
Boy.
He couldn't make it, Dan.
What?
I know, man. I
Big right
know.
backs are better than him, though.
I know. There's some. Listen, there's.
I can see this now.
All right.
Lauren.
Sagna's there. Listen,
Macari, yeah.
Chief. All right. G-Nev didn't make it.
Yeah, but him anyway, man.
Listen, G-Nev done bits for United, bruv. Consistently as well.
Was he a player, though? Was he a player, or was he just in a good team?
Who's a player?
You have to be in
he
a
done
good.
well.
You have to be in a good team no matter what.
Was
Till
he
the
better
World
man
Cup.
like Irwin and them man there, though?
I believe so.
Listen, I'm saying these man didn't make it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Zanetti.
Boy.
I know.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
I told you fullbacks, bro. I got some big man in my team.
Wow.
Listen.
Okay.
All right. The last man nearly made the list. Cafu.
Oh, my God. He has to be in the list. Brother, he has to be in the list.
I'm trying to think where you're going to go from now, though.
He has to be in the list.
I know. I'm saying I know like 3 of them.
Cafu, you know.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
He nearly. It was a toss up between this man, Cafu, and somebody else. I had to bring somebody else. The other guy. It's my boy, man. I remember. Listen. All right, let's go into it. Man who made the list instead of Cafu. Thuram.
Yeah. Had to be.
Thuram.
Nearly is there.
Thuram made it in there instead of Cafu. But everyone's happy with Thuram, yeah?
I knew he was going to be in there when you said Lizarazu didn't make it. That's why I said the other side.
Over Cafu.
But I'd have Cafu, though.
I got to
Cafu.
hear the rest of the list before.
All right, cool. So we roll on. Ashley Cole made my list.
Has to.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but he's probably the best left back ever.
I'd say I had this conversation with someone the other day, and I'm saying Maldini is up there.
Yeah. He is up there, but then you could also put Maldini somewhere else as well.
You
Along
could
the pitch,
do.
couldn't you?
Yep.
But he was a left back.
He was a left
So
back.
Maldini did make my list for top 5.
Okay.
So that's free.
So, right, okay.
Yeah? So that's
Yeah.
free.
Okay.
Roberto Carlos made the list.
Has
Yes,
to.
that's what I said, the
Standard.
other Brazilian.
Yeah, standard.
Yeah?
Standard.
So you got one more, yeah?
My last man. Might be a bit of controversy here because I don't know if you guys are like this. Dani Alves. I put Dani Alves in.
See, again,
He's won so many trophies.
He has. But come on, in that Barca team, it's like, yeah, you got to be good to play in that team, cool. But Cafu and him,
They could have paid low on there.
like,
Dickhead.
I mean, between Cafu and him, if you looked at the Brazilians and who they was to rate as the better man out of them two,
They ain't saying Dani Alves.
For me, I like Dani Alves more.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
It's my top 5. People are going to disagree, and I like that. I like being challenged. But for me, I prefer Dani Alves over Cafu. Sorry.
I think he's got a bit more about his game than Cafu.
Trophies don't lie.
I think Cafu was one
Cafu's a bad man.
to come
Still.
on the scene. He was one of them
He
ones
set
that was
that.
just forward,
Yeah,
and
he
then
set
he
that.
started to say change the game for fullbacks in the sense of going forward and doing what they're doing, set the example for man like Dani
Yeah.
Alves and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah, at that time,
Yeah.
Brazil were just more attacking, weren't they? Completely a whole. Well, they had good defenders, but they were just about the attacking, and the fullbacks were about it. But no alarm.
See, so you say Lam, so who are you going to take out? For
Who
these
you
ones, who he's thingy, who are you going to take out and put in? Because this is...
Dani Alves is not making mine. No chance. I get the fact that he's gone to different countries and he's won trophies in different
Consistent.
places. Like he's gone to Italy. Do you know what I mean? He went to France. Do you know what I mean? I think I swear he's like the most successful like football player. Like trophies, I think I read the other day. I was in the top 2 anyway. Like he's got medals, but I just think he just had a
Consistency don't lie,
just
man.
just a good
Everywhere he went, he bust
where he
up.
went was very clever. He went to clubs and he was in clubs where
Hold
he was
on.
going to win.
He won trophies at Sevilla.
He won
didn't
trophy at Seville, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
This man won Europa League at Seville, bro.
yeah, but that's where he got it. That, but he did. But no one talked about him then, were they?
I was.
When he went
He's a
to
bad man.
when he went to Barca, that's when he started getting his name about him.
But everyone will start talking about you when you
Yeah,
go
we
to
go to the
Barca.
bigger clubs.
But you still got to be doing that
Hold
consistently.
up. So name your 5 again.
So Dani Alves, Roberto Carlos, Ashley Cole, Lilian Thuram, and Paolo Maldini.
See, that's what I'm saying. So when you talk about Lam, see, Zanetti is another geezer. But I'm saying his list...
Lam's won the
Can't-
World Cup, hasn't he?
Yeah.
But I'm saying, but if you're going to start going on winning World Cups,
So that means Ashley Cole can't make it.
certain players ain't going to make it.
That's
just
what I'm saying.
it's
Because
not
he
all
didn't win a
about
World
trophies.
Cup. Does that mean he can't make it?
What about Carlos Puyol?
Centre
No.
He plays
centre
centre back
Did he play fullback though? Right back.
on the odd occasion, but
Yeah.
he's centre half.
when needed, but he was a centre half.
It's a tough one.
But like I said, for him, for looking at that list, they're great players that have been left out. But
Are you happy with that 5?
I'm all right with it.
You'd only take out one man, though. Out of that 5, you'd only take out one
Who
man,
though?
right?
Who?
He said he'd take out Dani Alves. That's the only really man you should be taking out if you're taking out someone. But that's my top 5.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. But I'm just surprised that certain man. Like I'm shocked with Cafu in it because that'd been one of my first picks in it personally. But I do get why you picked him in it. So
Yeah, I understand.
There's always controversy around here. No one likes my picks. I don't care. Like I said, I did this
That's
last
not as bad
year
as
for
the other
me.
day. That's not as bad as the other day. So I see you sweating under the hat, man.
Man,
But it's
redeem
not-
I'm getting better, yeah.
man redeemed himself. Yeah.
Yeah.
I came with a better pick.
I think if Philip Lahm left Bayern, went to another club and done the same sort of bits, yeah, hands down.
Probably, yeah.
That's all ifs and buts, though.
Yeah. And why would he didn't need to leave there? Like it's like Messi don't need to leave Barcelona. Do you know what I mean? Like
It's like saying, okay, cool. So it's like saying like a John Terry or Gerrard,
Gerrard,
then you
yeah.
go and do it here, there. And saying when you talk about with Messi, why you got to go and do it there?
That's true.
You're great if you're great. You're great if you're great. That's why I look at it.
All right, so that's enough for me. Let's roll on to the centre backs. Danny
All right.
B, what you got? Let me hear your top 5.
To be honest, yeah, I haven't even got my full 5.
What?
I'm still struggling on the last one. But I'm sure there's going to be some upset people. Okay, I'm gonna go start off Paolo Maldini because he also played centre half. See enough of him to play there, solid. I think the only person to really mad him up was R9, majority of the time. But
It's true.
yeah, what is this guy up to?
Oh, man, just not mean. Sorry, carry on.
Right, Desai, solid, rock. Yep, hands down.
That's Saeed.
That's it. That's it.
Man was the wall.
The wall.
The wall.
I think I'm still taking Lillian over Desai at centre half.
Yeah.
When they won the World Cup? Lillian played right back, yeah?
He plays centre half as well, you know.
He plays centre half too.
Not much of the time in the World Cup. Who won the World Cup?
Listen, that's how you can't get
Lillian.
it.
All right, so then talk to me about LeBouf.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He won the World Cup there.
On a business. I'm going to say.
All right, don't start bringing that World Cup and all this year.
Of course.
Like it's an excuse here to say, yeah, all right, he won. Cool.
What? He done bits at Milan.
Sorry?
He done bits at Milan.
Okay, cool.
At that point, Italy had the best defenders.
So I'm waiting to see who you put in from Italy.
Carry on.
Best defenders. So they only get one from Italy. Watch this.
Only man.
There got to be two. But carry on.
Listen, I'm not here pleasing
Do
you.
your thing,
I'm not
man.
here pleasing you.
Do your thing and
Puyol,
Yeah.
same thing. Trophies, cabinet, solid.
But again,
no messing about.
I know he's missed one person out, yeah.
that's what I'm saying. There's two.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why the person I've missed out is the reason why. Asher gonna hate me for this one, but Ramos.
Wow.
No.
What do you mean? Wow.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. This is a good reason. As much as I hated what he done in a European final, he mashed up Salah. And sometimes, yeah,
Take one for the team.
you just got to do what you got to do as a defender.
Yep.
He didn't think about killing him off, but he done what he had to do. His night was a lot easier.
Bruv.
I hear what you're saying, Dan.
Ramos
For
comes
me,
up with goals.
Ramos, I'm not disputing Ramos
he's
in
the
the
Spanish
top
John Terry
five.
when he wants to be, and he can play.
I'm not disputing Ramos in the top five, but what
You're
I've heard
disputing
so
the five.
far,
You're disputing the five.
I'm hearing not good enough for me.
Bruv, I'm hearing some Mickey Mouse stuff.
I want to hear who number 5 is, because this better be the
Bruv,
person.
if you ain't got man like Cannavaro and
Listen,
them,
be quiet.
you need to come out of this podcast.
Let him talk, man.
Be quiet.
Let him go on. Go on, Danny B. Who else you got in
And the
there?
last man is Cannavaro.
Okay.
Over Nesta?
Yeah, I'll tell you why. I didn't
I'm
concentrate.
Cannavaro.
Yeah,
I didn't
Cannavaro over Nesta.
Concentrate more on Nesta.
But
I was
Nesta
more
should have
about
been in there still.
Nah. Cannavaro. He was another one. Come danger,
Over
score goals as well.
Desai.
Desai is the wall, man. He's the wall.
What am I hearing, man?
We're talking foreign.
Who missed you?
Obviously, Nesta missed that.
Who else missed your list, man? 'Cause I was
And as much as people, I couldn't stand him, but he always done a job. Carvalho, Portuguese brother. He done what he had to do.
Yeah.
Ricardo's.
Yeah.
All right. He did a job.
He won trophies.
But he ain't up there with them, man.
He ain't up there with them, man.
But it's not in the level of that man ability, bro. Like,
Listen.
you
buy a centre back, yeah. You buy a centre back to do what?
So is he? You would put
You
Carvalho?
put centre-back-
No. Carvalho over man like Rio or
Yep.
like Terry or something.
Listen,
No way.
I haven't finished my Rio. Yeah, great defender. Vidic was a great defender.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Marvin Carvalho, bro.
Rio. Yeah, Man United, European, but
All right, cool. So you're
Say
saying,
England.
but you're still saying now, yeah, that you got one space and you still don't know who to put in.
that
said
is,
it's
that's
done
it.
in
That's
five.
that's number 5.
I thought that was 4.
Nah, Cannavaro is the last.
Cannavaro is his fifth.
Cannavaro is last man.
Say them again.
So-
So, to the audience here, bro. Just say that again. Say that again, please.
There's only one man you're gonna swap.
No,
swap
just-
out of
just-
that.
There's a
You got
two-man I'm
Ramos,
swapping out of there.
Puyol, Cannavaro, Desai, and
Maldini. Okay, cool. So is Ramos that far ahead of PK?
Yup. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'll tell you why. Like I said, Ramos will do what he has to do sometimes to make himself an easier night.
So PK, you just
Wow.
won
We
World
had
Cup.
what?
World Cup.
I don't business about PK. PK. Do you know what? Do you know what it is? I like these defenders because they're just a bit rugged as well. If they have to get nasty, they get nasty. PK can get bullied. Ramos ain't get bullied. The only
That's a
person
good
I see bully him, Dembele for Tottenham.
Dembele, do you want me to show you Ronaldinho chief him up?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not
3-4
talking.
times.
Listen, he'll cheap up anyone. He'll cheap up all 5 of them in one game. But my point is, Ramos, he'll hold his own. He will hold his own.
Ramos, I'm not disputing Ramos, Dan.
Nah.
I'll put Ramos in top 5. I'm not having Desai.
Listen, Desai will hold his own. Desai will hold his own.
I'm not having Desai.
Right, so if we're talking about not having Desai, yeah, what names you thrown in there to put in?
Rio-
I like Nesta.
Nesto would definitely be
Nesta's in
above
there.
Desai.
I'll
Rio would be
Nesta
above
anyway.
Desai too.
Lord.
Rio is a bad man, Dan.
Terry's better than Desai, I think. And I don't like Terry. I don't like him at all, but you can't knock what he's achieved and the bullish way that he plays football.
Nah.
But to be fair, it's your choice.
It's his top 5, isn't it? It's his top 5.
People will say the same about my picks as well. To be fair, so but it's
I already know one name you're putting in there, and I'm questioning this straight away. I already know, bro, and I'm questioning it straight away.
All right, so
I just had this conversation with someone. Yeah,
we just said-
and I'm saying he's not a CAM.
so we've
That's all I'm just
got
telling you now before you
we've
mention his name.
done fullbacks, we've done centre backs. T, you done midfielders, right?
Yeah, I done midfielders. And I didn't do cams either.
Oh, so
Okay.
you had to get the man in. So you changed it from Cam to get the man in.
Do you know what it was? Yeah, right. I looked at like cams, like centre defensive midfielders and central midfielders, but I found like a lot of players like maybe play further forward and sort of drifted back in positions. Do you know what I mean? I thought, boy. So I thought, what I'll do, I should do 5 players that I like, that I've watched. There's a lot of players. Let me get my list up anyway. There's a lot of players that people are gonna say, why didn't make the list? I've gone on what I've seen more of in it. So people like Maradona, Rijkaard, you know what I mean? Hula, people like that, yeah. I didn't watch them enough. Like
Yeah.
I probably started
Yeah.
with football probably when I was about 9, 10. So like 1990, like just late 80s. So I didn't really see these sort of players play.
Yeah.
You know, Grisha, Ravellino, bad boys. They'd make most people's lists, but I didn't get to watch them. So I've gone for players that I've seen live, players that I've seen while watching, and people that just like have inspired me, innit? So the first person on there is Zidane, like Zizou. Like
I can't complain with that.
he's
Has to be.
words can't explain how elegant he was on the pitch, innit? So for me, he has to be there. I don't think there's any argument with that.
Another level, bro.
No?
Another level.
Okay. Number 2.
It is in order, or you just...
No,
Okay,
not
cool.
any order, not any order. Just
Alright,
two. It's
okay,
number
okay.
2, Iniesta. A lot of people argue about who's better, Xavi or him. For me, Iniesta. If he played any other position on the pitch, he probably would have won Ballon d'Or. Like, I think he's unbelievable.
Well, I heard that when Ardiger Johnson went from Chelsea to Barcelona,
Yeah.
he was saying honestly, like Iniesta is an absolute joke. Like the best, like training, like, but because Messi's obviously up there
Yeah.
and he gets all the plaudits, but Iniesta,
He had everything in it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
He's
he had
intelligent,
everything.
man.
He's so
You can tell.
intelligent on the ball of what he done. He was just unbelievable for me. So he has to go in there.
I agree with them too.
I can't
Number 3, Gaucho. If you don't know who it is, Ronaldinho.
is he a midfielder?
Gaucho. I
think-
thought
yeah,
he was
I think-
a forward, really.
I don't know. Like I argued that because he plays out wide, but then he kind of he drifts
when
in.
you last
doesn't
time
he?
you track back.
PSG days, he was
but
wide.
He was wide, but I think like for me, he's a cam.
Left
for me.
winger.
I think he's a number. He's a number 10, and so for me, I'll put him in there, and I just think he changed football for me. Like man played with a smile on his face. The stuff that he done for those 3-4 years was just. He got you gassed, like excited, like the skills, the ability, and that. Like no, like even younger generation people know about him.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I
I
mean?
hear
Like for me, so Gaucho had to be in there. Whee.
He's saving this last one for number 1.
Of course he is. I know
No,
he's
no,
in
no,
there,
no.
bruv. I know he's got to be in there.
Number 4 is Steven Gerrard.
I knew this guy was going to be in
Do you
there.
know what? Yeah, like
I knew this guy was going to be in
number
there.
1 on the list.
I did. And it's you know what? Like there's players out there, like I said, I named earlier on, who are probably better than him. Do you know what I mean? But I didn't get to see them. But for me, I was lucky enough to have 17 years of watching this guy, and he just has everything. He could play anywhere. I remember his debut. He come on some scruffy little scouts with his skinhead and that, and he just changed the game for me. Like Yeah, words can't say, man. I think he was just a special player. And, you know, people like Vieira didn't make the list. Scholes didn't make the list.
Scholes. And Zidane looked up the Scholes, you know?
And
Iniesta,
Yep.
Xavi, Scholes.
Yep.
great players,
They all
great players.
said
But
Scholes.
they just didn't, I don't know.
So it
maybe they
excites
just,
you the most, didn't it?
they did it, yeah.
It's who
I
excites
think they
you
didn't
the
excite
most.
me enough. And I think people like Scholes as well, like, I don't think I appreciated how good Scholes was until he retired.
Do you know another one who is seriously underrated? And I'm not even putting him nowhere near this list, but he's seriously underrated. Michael Carrick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like
Yeah.
your little bush kick, just
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
it moving.
Yeah.
I hear that.
He's nowhere near the list, but I'm just saying, like, man, like
People
that,
will never
go
even
under the
consider
radar.
him. Yeah.
And last, this is a bit of a weird one, really, because obviously, he kind of was before my time, but obviously he went to Bayern, and Bayern had a team back in the day what was serious. And this guy is Luther Matthäus. Unbelievable. I think he kind of, for Germany.
Before his time, you know what the man say at the start of the thing?
No.
I said people that watch Guarantee.
Because no, listen. He went before my time because at Bayern, I think Bayern he went to Bayern like 92 to like 2000, and I think he was, for me, he was just elegant man as well. Good, like obviously I watched the videos of him before when he was sort of playing more further forward, he was scoring goals. But I just think that, yeah, there's something about him, man. And I was vexed because he just got in head of Clarence Seedorf, man, because I think Clarence don't get enough recognition, and nor does Roberto Baggio either.
Can I ask you some other questions then?
I want to throw a name out there. He mentioned his name earlier, man. But I want to know why Xavi didn't make it. Over Matthäus. You saying Matthäus, bruv, you watch Xavi. I know you watched what Xavi was doing out there.
I did watch what
Xavi and Iniesta together. Oh my God.
I hear you, but I don't know, man.
I don't think I could say.
Xavi,
It wasn't that he's excited.
I don't care. I didn't watch Matthäus as much.
Xavi wasn't.
I'll put.
Yeah, but I wasn't. Do you know what? I wasn't. I'm not saying he wasn't a good player in it like Xavi.
You can't.
No, but he didn't really.
Made that Barca team tick, bruv.
He pulled the strings.
He made that team tick.
Yeah, he did, man. But
made
so did
that
Claude
team
Makalele
tick.
at times, man. But like,
Which part?
but you know what I mean? Like,
Stop someone go.
That's what I said. That's what Macca was a bad man DM, but
he was, but I just don't.
centre
I
midfielders.
was never really a big fan of Xavi.
All right, let me throw a couple of names at you. And again, I'm not sure position wise.
Yeah,
go
Are
on.
they midfielders or
Yeah,
Del Piero, Totti?
Ooh.
yeah.
Are they midfielders or are they forwards?
I'd say
They're midfielders.
I don't know about. I don't know if I'd say Totti was a midfielder.
They trap back.
yeah, it was Totti.
More than Gaucho.
Yeah, Totti didn't play up front, really, did he?
I thought he played in number 10.
Yeah, but a number 10's practically a cam, innit? Wouldn't you say 10's a cam? Unless you're playing 4-4-2.
And so, at the start, if you're talking about like wingers and that, is Messi and Ronaldo? Did they start as wingers?
No.
Talking about Gaucho?
No, to be fair,
Ronaldo started as a winger.
Yeah.
And so did Messi.
But to be fair, I
Messi
kind
didn't
of
trap back though.
He didn't need to.
I went more central because like I looked at Ronaldo and people like that, but I thought he got converted to a striker, and I think I had a feeling. My thought was most people probably put him as a striker now.
He only got converted when he went to Madrid.
Yeah, but then really, truly, what?
Before that, he was-
he was.
And that was
but
his
then,
latest.
but then,
yeah.
but,
His later seasons at Madrid as well.
but then, yeah,
where
but
he
you got to
weren't
think.
tracking back enough.
Yeah, but then you got to think like he took over people like Benzema couldn't get the team, yeah. And when he was at Man United, like he's a winger, but he had a couple of good seasons at Man United as a winger. But when he elevated when he went to Real Madrid,
So
that's when
Bergkamp's a forward, yeah?
Bergkamp's a forward or centre forward. I
Yeah.
think he's more of a centre forward, isn't he?
Definitely.
Oh, I definitely won't put him in the midfield bracket.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think in the range with Totti and Del Piero.
Your midfielder can't refuse to fly. Striker can.
Midfield, if you're bad, you can do what you want.
Yeah. Yes, it's hard, man. Like I said, there's a lot. Like I really want to throw Maradona in there. Do you know what I mean? Like, but like I said, I didn't see him enough
to play, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But you know, realistically, most people will say, "Well, actually, I mean, I think you could probably put Pele in there. To be fair, because he played just behind before we went further forward.
Skipper V's making my list, bro.
But yeah, of course he is, and that's why Gerard made mine.
Skipper V makes a list.
That's
bro.
why he make mine.
Over Matthäus. Did you watch enough of Matthäus, Dan?
Nah.
Vieira would make it, innit?
Vieira has to.
I think he make it as Premiership, but I think if you done a poll I don't think half of the players I put in would make it. I think there'd be players from back in the day.
So it's only man like Perlo, boy.
Perlo was good.
That's what I'm saying. Another man there.
Perlo was good, man.
Oi.
Love Perlo.
But surely,
Rijkaard.
That's what I'm saying.
Müller.
I don't know how. That last pick's controversial, T.
I think it's.
You said at the start you only pick players you watch. I don't know if you watch enough of Mateus to say he could.
I watched. No, don't get me wrong.
More
I
than
watched,
Pirlo. I know you watched Serie A back in the day.
Yeah, I don't watch Arsenal.
Lazio.
But for me, like I said to you, like for me, that's like for me, watching people do with a ball. Like for me, as a midfielder, like you got to think 92 to 2000. There was 8 years or whatever. Yeah, that Vieira and the man weren't doing bits then. For me, do you know what I mean? So I watched them man and like, bro, you remember like man like Mehmet Show and then man like that, bro.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
bro, he was serious. But I remember he was bad, and I was thinking, who's this guy? Like. So I've gone for players that I like, and I just think Mateus, man, I think he's underrated in it. Like people you could throw Beckenbauer in there, and no one could argue.
Yeah.
And no one could argue about it. Like you didn't see him enough.
Yeah.
But I had to throw one in there because I thought. But Baggio and Seedorf really were the ones that I debated about over Mateus.
I'll tell you, who always gets forgotten. Figo.
Again, winger.
Yeah. But anyway, that's mine, man.
Yeah, that's good. That's true. Everyone, again, it's your list. Some controversy in everyone's list so far. We've got one more to go. X9, what are you saying? You got strikers, right?
Yeah, but mine is gonna be it's mine who I like.
Okay.
Who inspired me and who I just enjoy watching and.
All right.
Okay, now that's
the other one
fair
is
enough.
too hard, and I'll tell you straight off the bat, Ronaldo and Messi ain't in it.
Ooh.
Just because it's too easy to put them up there.
Yeah, that's
true.
That's
to
true.
take them out of it so we just get a bit more gist of like. So, you'll know number one.
Yep.
So,
R9.
yep.
Standard.
So the original Ronaldo is obviously the man, like
Yeah.
El Phenomenon. Like, I don't need to say anything.
If
about
you
it.
ain't watched the videos, go on YouTube.
Let me ask you a
and
question
watch them
though.
clips.
Messi or R9?
I'm R9 all
R9 all
till I
day.
drop.
Yeah.
I'm R9. But then I had this debate with someone the other day. They said R9.
You can't disrespect Messi what he's done and his stats.
Okay.
His stats probably better than R9.
They are.
But
They are. Only because
growing
of
up,
injuries and-
growing up, everyone wanted to be
If
R9.
you look at R9's thingies, is transfer fees and everything, and I know
Back
Messi has
then-
been transferred.
Yeah.
They're basically saying he'd be worth like 430 million right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Of course he would.
Yeah. I hear that. But my question is, why I said that, because no one could, like, for me, R9 is the greatest player of all time. There's no player who can touch him. I said it to my kids, I said it to everyone, yeah? And people go, now Messi. But when I said that to you said R9 didn't compare Messi to R9, yeah? But why does everyone compare? When they ask who's the best, it's always Cristiano Ronaldo or Messi. Do you know what I mean? Whereas you would never ever put Cristiano Ronaldo nowhere near R9, but you compare with Messi. That's what makes me think that R9 is always going to be the greatest.
It's just stats.
It's yeah. And again, this whole stats thing is like,
If you go on stats, you got to say
pisses me off sometimes with the
Cristiano
things,
Ronaldo,
because
innit?
they'll say, oh yeah, you know, pass completion was like 98%. Cool, this man passed it sideways like 78 passes of the whole.
Yeah.
The one whose pass completion is that good because he ain't trying to put the ball through there. Like,
Yeah,
do you know what I
kill
mean?
it.
So stats,
Yeah.
oh, you run this, you run that, cool. But he ain't done nothing with the running.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
So that's why stats can be misleading and it gets on my nerves to a point with.
Yeah.
So.
One pass, 100% completion.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So R9
All day.
All night.
No argument.
Go on.
off the bat, where he got it from, Romario.
Yeah.
Like, again, like I said, this ain't the whole like thingy. This is mine. Like,
I can't
I
argue
remember
with that.
from the '94 World Cup,
Yep.
and
USA.
the original toe punt. Man,
Yeah.
come with that toe punt.
And everyone laugh at me, you know. That's my move, bro. I got that from Romario, G.
Nah,
He trying to do a 30-yard pass with the
Yeah,
toe punt.
exactly.
Worry, blood.
Exactly.
So yeah, so Romario again. He's you know, his record speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1,000 goals or something.
Another
Something
done.
crazy
Stupid
like
like
that.
I reckon.
And honestly, like I said, his movement is a joke.
Yeah.
Like, I know I speak with my sister and everything, and she said, "Yeah, but that looked easy." Okay, cool. But you didn't see the 3 runs he done before that to make the space to get that. Like,
Yeah.
so Romario is my next one. My next one after that is Ian Wright
Go on.
Go on. Right.
again because he's
Legend.
Has to be there.
and again he come in late into football,
Late.
and me when I got released, I come into late, and he was
Yeah.
someone I aspired to be and to try and, you know, with we'll say whatever off the pitch. You know what I mean? But so yeah,
Right,
so he was another one, and his enthusiasm and love for the game.
Yeah, he's good, man.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was watching the other day. It was Henri when he talked about when he, the racism thing, and he crossed his arms, he goes to the crowd and that. And I just remember Ian Wright was always just, he was like a typical London, but cocky, and and he was all smiling and he was showing off and standing there.
When he
proud.
used to get stick from the opposite,
he was exactly the same.
He used to love when he scored a goal. He loved winding them up. He even admitted saying stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I just look at Henri, and when I watched that thing of Henri, I thought, I'm not saying he mimicked Ian Wright, but Ian Wright was you just see that goatee and you just see him just there. You just thought,
character, wasn't he?
Yeah, character. Like if you didn't like Ian Wright, then there was something wrong with you because he was the general. Do you know what I mean? Like Arsenal legend, innit?
Cool. So we go straight from one Arsenal legend to another. Teroy.
Yep.
Bad man.
You was
Top
happy
5
over
all
there.
day. Listen, bruv.
Two of them in
Listen.
And the last one's Aubameyang. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Yeah,
So you got to have Thierry, man. He's the king, bruv. Come on.
No.
Probably the best player to ever play in the Prem.
I think he's the best,
me
and I
not.
hate to say it, man. I think he's the best player
Come
playing
on,
the Prem,
man.
man. I don't even like to say it, man.
Come on.
See,
Yeah,
see,
Sergio's
see,
got...
see.
You look at stats, Sergio's bad, but I'm taking Thierry.
Yeah, but you know what it is
all
as
day.
well. Thierry could pick up the ball on the halfway line
And make
Yeah.
chance
and
like
boom
that.
and win you the game.
Yeah.
Sergio has to be up there. He has to be up there to win you the game. Right? Thierry does it by himself. He done it by himself.
Yeah, Thierry, like I said, like he elevated football as well. Did he took it to another level as well? Like especially the Premiership.
Yeah.
He kind of he came in because I remember I think it might have been at yours test actually when he played for Monaco. Him and Trezeguet or something.
Yeah.
We were watching a game back in the day or something, bro. And I thought, bro, who's this brother? And they talk about him being the next best thing, didn't they? And obviously he went Juve,
It didn't
and
work
then
out.
didn't work out, and then he came here and he just took it by storm, man.
You knew
he just took it by storm.
When you finish football on a Saturday, you see the score, Arsenal 4-0, you'd be like happy to watch
Hat-trick.
match of the day because
Yeah.
you knew Thierry
Thierry's there.
got two of them.
And one of the goals is going to be...
Yeah, exactly. You were
serious.
excited.
And, like I said,
Match of
always
the
a
day.
smile on his face, and he seemed like he enjoyed the game. Like he enjoyed the game.
Yeah.
I can't argue with that.
And so my last one, which like I said to you, I had 4. And my last one is kind of like, I don't know. But then I'm going back and I'm like, who else are like... So I've gone back to, we're talking about the Serie A days.
Yeah.
And I've gone with Batistuta.
Batistuta,
Same
Batigol.
thing.
Batigol.
Same thing. Picked up late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done his bits.
Serious.
And he scored some bangers.
Yeah.
Oi.
And then he
Did he?
Love the volley.
done all right with Argentina, but Argentina have always been that side. Even
Yeah,
with Messi,
yeah,
they've always
yeah.
been that side that the nearly, but not quite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Batistuta was good, man. Him and Rui Costa together was
Torres,
sick.
love Torres. Like when he was, especially when he went Liverpool.
Yeah.
From Atletico, I'd like,
Yeah.
when he went to
Yeah.
Liverpool.
El
Like,
Nino.
yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? Loved
Yeah.
him as well. But for the last one, I said Batigol, and it's like, you know, names have been thrown at me like Eto, George Ware. And
George Weah.
Zlatan.
George Weah probably got me watching Italian football, I think. He was
Yeah.
sick. Pepe Signori.
Signori.
Yeah,
Like I
man.
say, with that time with Batigol when you had Rui Costa there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was Simeone in that team as well? Was Simeone in that team?
Diego.
Yeah, was he in that team? In the midfield in that team?
I don't think so.
No, not Fiorentina, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like that, so that's. I said even if he was going to talk like on another, was he?
I think he was.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think he's in that Fiorentina team.
Was he there or was he Palmer?
He's at Napoli.
I thought he was in that
Palmer,
team.
remember Palmer? Enrique
Palmer.
Chiesa.
Yeah, Chiesa. Yeah, bad.
Crespo, Hernan.
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 So I said, you know,
Batistuta was serious.
it'd be hard to
Batigol
do
was dodgy, bruv.
the world like.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
why, and I started thinking about it, and I'm like,
You know, people can be saying, "Where's Pele?" And where's them kind of.
but again, it's the same as yours. They're before. Like I didn't. I caught the back end of Maradona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back
Yeah,
end.
yeah.
Of
Back
it.
end.
Like
The Napoli.
Not
days.
in his prime.
Nah.
That's what I'm saying.
another one left out of your list, Gaza.
Do you know what? Yeah, it's funny you can say that. Because Mr. Buckle said the other day, I said we talked about top 5, not what position you're doing, and he said, "No one say Gaza, man. That's like he's got to be up in there." And I said, he was good, man. But then when you just only win the Scottish Premier League, man, that's not good enough for me.
Again, when you start putting it down to winning stuff, and again, even when we go back to talking about basketball, and they're talking about players, they're talking about LeBron. Okay, cool. So if he don't win this, he's not as good as the, and it's like it's hard.
Yeah, it's
But if
hard.
you're good, you're good. Okay, cool. You might not have won as much, but cool. Put me on the field with you, and if I've out-fingered you, but because
Yeah,
you're playing
yeah,
in a
yeah,
team
yeah.
with that, like you win something. What now? You're better than me. We have this conversation with people like Wes Brown, John O'Shea.
Yeah.
What, they've won champions, they won a triple.
Yeah.
So what, now you're better than next man because he was in that team.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think sometimes
when you
lucky.
go to winning stuff, it's hard to a certain degree. I know players drive their teams to do certain bits, but then some don't, and you can't use that as an excuse or thing to put them on a pedestal.
Yeah.
To others. Like if you're talking about like winning the World Cup, Messi.
That's true. He
He
didn't
won
win
the
the
World
World
Cup.
Cup. Yep. He's won everything else, but he ain't won the World Cup.
No, he never won Champions League.
That's true. There you go.
Yeah, true. That is
So
true.
it's when they sort of say so it's difficult when we start talking about people winning
win,
stuff and
yeah.
whatnot because to me it's like
So do you think trophies are not important then? In the career, like if you was a bad boy player, yeah, and you just done your job and you might have scored goals or pass
cool.
completion and that. If you didn't win trophies, and you
let me
recognise,
flip the script back at you.
okay,
Gerrard never won the Premier League.
That's true.
nope. What anything else though?
He never won the Premier League.
He didn't win the World Cup.
No, he didn't. He
But
didn't.
if Frank Lampard had
He
won
did win.
everything he's won and the Premier League, say something.
That's true.
No, I hear that. I
is
hear
true.
that. But
He didn't win the Premier League. He didn't win the World Cup. But yeah, everyone says he's a better player than.
Do you know what
Frank
as well?
Lampard.
Lampard played in
Lampard
the
didn't
team.
win the World Cup either.
That's the only thing he ain't won.
Yeah, all the Euro. Yeah, I hear that.
But he won the league.
But then winning the league is that about where you're at your time? of
Well,
your
this is what I'm
career?
saying to you.
Or is that no? That's what I'm asking you. I'm asking you. Is it about trophies or not about trophies? Like for me, I pick like with Lampard and Gerrard argument. The only reason I put
if you ask
Gerrard,
Daniel,
I don't-
yeah,
Listen.
Desai won the World Cup.
That's true.
And the European.
So yeah, again, that's why it's a hard one. It's a hard one.
Yeah,
To a certain extent, you have to.
Yeah, but the thing is with Gerrard and Lampard, Gerrard carried that team. He carried that team at times. Lampard, yeah, he done bits for Chelsea, but that was
But I
a
also think
decent
with
side
Lampard-
around him.
But I also think with Lampard, he didn't have to do the stuff what Gerrard had to
Yeah,
do
yeah,
in
he
the
didn't
sense
have
of
to
going
do that back.
and
Yeah,
all that.
yeah. Oh, the reason I pick Lampard, I mean Gerrard over Lampard is just because of I just think he just had everything in it about his game. Like he could probably play any position on the pitch. He just had that leadership mentality. Lampard,
And
yeah,
we're
he
talking
scored
about
the
that,
goals.
and we even got Scholes up in this conversation.
That's true.
Scholes is, I said like he's.
Scholes was-
I
Right,
appreciate
so
Scholes.
now
after.
story with him. He's the first person to go to England, score 7 goals. First person to ever get clapped off training.
Yeah, that's true.
Scored
Yeah.
7 goals in a training match. He got clapped off the pitch. And you looking at Zidane, Iniesta.
And you know what? That was
Yeah,
that was
man, so
England's
yeah,
problem. That was
that's
England
Scholes, yeah.
with Scholesy. Play him out wide on the left.
Trying to fit it
How
all
can
in.
you play? You play your best player in the best position.
No, but to be fair, back then, as I say, we had them 3.
Yeah.
And it was always just straight 4-4-2.
Yeah,
So there
I
was
get
no
that.
rigidness with
We,
changing
yeah,
the
we,
formation.
we did have. Yeah, that's the thing.
Even Sven done it, didn't he?
And then put Ashley Cole going up one side, Glenn Johnson or someone going down
Yeah,
the other.
yeah.
But back then it was.
You play your best players in the best position. And that's what you do.
But I think the problem is though for me, like I said earlier, yeah, Scholes. I didn't appreciate how good Scholes is until he probably retired, innit? And I was like, start watching football, like the highlights and the greatest players and stuff. I started watching and thinking, right, actually, this guy was a lot better than it was. And I think because he was such a good team, don't forget, strikers get a lot of the credit, don't they? Like, me growing up, I ain't gonna lie, when I saw a man twist a man up or man score a goal, I was watching. I wasn't watching the elegance of man pinging the ball from here to there. Like, when you saw Gerrard hitting a 30-yard banger or something like that, or Ronaldinho twisting a man up. So for me, I didn't appreciate football like that. Like, that's why, like, Zidane was a bit, he wasn't as explosive, but you could see the elegance. When he was rouletting a man and he was just doing certain things, you could see it. Where Scholes, I think Scholes made the team tick, but he didn't make the team tick in a sense of he exposed himself. Like you didn't really. I never studied and watched Scholes. I was watching Ronaldo score goals or Van Nistelrooy and that. And I think now that I've took time to sit back and look at him, bro, without him in that team, Man United wouldn't have won nothing.
Yeah.
Like they would have struggled. They would have won nothing in it. Like, so I appreciate it now. And I think people like that don't get enough recognition. Like, obviously we talk about Gerrard, but like Xavi Alonso when he was there, he was ticking that team. Do you know what I mean? But
That was a great midfield at that point. Mascherano, Gerrard, and Xavi.
yeah, like I think there's a lot of players that don't get enough recognition.
I hear that.
A lot of players. You know, like even like everyone talks about Xavi and Iniesta, but if Busquets is not on that team, then are they ticking like?
I ain't never picking Busquets anyway.
No, I'm not saying picking him.
Never.
I'm not saying picking him. What I'm saying is these players do a certain job, so it gives these men the freedom to do what they've got to do. Do you know what I mean? Busquets is not getting in the top.
He's a
100,
cheater.
is he?
He's a cheat, man. I can't stand Busquets. Every time he gets touched, he goes over. I'm like, come on. All right, then. Whilst we're here, let's just all pick a goalie.
That's what I was about to say.
One
Okay.
goalie each.
Boofy.
Buffon, yeah?
Boofy was a bad man for me, bruv.
I'll go next then. I'm saying Iker Casillas has to be in there.
Yeah.
Casillas has to be in
I'm
there.
saying Neuer.
Yeah.
Schmeichel.
4 bad mans.
Yeah, I don't think you can argue with that. Really.
Any people that's missed the list?
Robler.
It's
Khan.
there. Khan, yeah.
Go on, yeah.
Taffarel?
Peter Cech, even.
Nah, not Taffarel.
No.
Czech was serious. Czech was serious.
Check what's serious. Van der Sar?
Before the head.
Only for United, probably, though.
Juve was all right.
Ajax, he went bad at Ajax, was he?
That's a dead league, bruv. Come on.
Oh, no. I'm just speaking as a solid goalkeeper.
I don't think he was that great at Juve.
So we're saying Dida weren't no good.
Not.
He had mistakes
I
in him.
think
One too many mistakes
Yeah,
in him.
yeah,
He's
too
like a
many mistakes
Bartes.
in him.
yeah.
Yeah.
He had too many mistakes in him. What positions have we not thought of? We've done most positions, haven't we?
Yeah,
Wingers.
don't.
Wingers. Okay, let's throw a couple of wingers in there.
Nedved. I
Oh.
love Nedved.
Pavel's got to be in there.
Figo.
Figo, yeah. Figo, I love Figo.
So we're going to leave out the oh, he's not a winger.
Who?
The Del Piero.
Yeah, he went away.
Gaucho's obviously not a winger anymore.
I think I might have to throw in someone like.
Where's Rivaldo play?
Again, behind the striker. That's what I'm saying. Like, them man there, they're big.
I might throw someone like Robin in there, you know, or Hazard.
Hazard?
Hazard, man.
I don't know about
I think it's a bit
Hazard.
early again with the whole
Yeah.
Trent thing.
Yeah.
But he's done more than 5 years at Chelsea. And been good.
Well, I'm taking Bale over Hazard.
Yeah, Bale's got to be in there.
If you're talking Robin, but Reeby's not up in the argument.
Ribery's got to be in there.
Yeah, Frank.
Yeah.
Doty,
He's
Stank.
got to be in there.
And
I
then
don't
you think,
like him.
Where are we going with Barca? Anyone?
Nah, I don't think there's anyone that you would shout out apart from sort of Figo, really, isn't it? Like, I mean, I know Messi plays out there and cuts in, like, but
Similar player to Figo Perez. He was similar.
Yeah, I don't think he's up in that bracket.
Giggsy?
I don't know if I
Just-
could put him up
nah.
there.
Giggs?
I don't
Not-
think it-
Not even Gigi.
A lot of people call for
Even
Giggsy,
that goal,
man. A lot
that
of
FA
people
Cup
call
goal.
for-
Why do people rave about that
But
so
I
much?
don't. But the thing is, though, he's big. He's another one. Like,
It's probably because that ain't been done in English football before, has it? You know what I mean? You see that in Spanish football all the time. You see man get twist up and bend up all the time. Gaucho doing that for fun.
Who's
When
the Bolton
someone
man?
come in- huh?
Oh, Koch used to do that.
JJ
all the
Koch
time.
All the time.
Yeah, but probably because he played for Bolton. I mean,
Yeah.
he weren't hyped up as much.
No, not
He come
actually
from
Giggsy.
Eintracht Frankfurt, wasn't it?
I'm just throwing him out there because his trophy cabinet don't lie. Like,
Yeah.
people
Trophy
rate
cabinet
him.
don't lie.
Like,
But I
he's-
think someone called him out on it.
On the
and said,
assists and stuff. Through the
Yeah.
whole, that was
Assists and
terrible.
goals
that
he
was
scored,
poor.
yeah.
That
for
was
the fact-
terrible.
So many games he's played as
But
well.
again, this is when we talk about stats, and it's like,
Yeah, but again, he's not going to win you a game, is he, Giggsy?
I think he has done.
But not many.
Probably 5.
In those, how many games he's ever played?
Yeah.
500-600 games. He's
You
every
know, you
game
talk
he's
about
won.
players that excited you. Can you remember Georgie Kinkladze?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He, yeah.
Yeah, he was.
You
You
know
know, I should like the Argentinian boys, 2 of them, Riquelme and Redondo.
Riquelme, man.
Raquel, mate.
Redondo.
Why did he go back to
Riquelme-
Argentina so
Riquelme-
early?
Riquelme was sick.
What was it? Villarreal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And remember that
Them times they were good in Champions League.
Who else I like the centre midfield as well? Valencia, brother. Spanish.
I'm on.
Pablo Aimar.
Fluffy head.
No, he was
Nah,
good.
man,
No.
he-
he was
Mendy-
good at
Mendieta.
Yeah.
He
Mendy.
went to Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
Mendieta, he was good as well. But remember there was a time where Spain
Him and Janino.
was good.
Yeah.
And
Janino,
Rafinha,
man.
they had them three in the
Oh,
team,
yeah.
innit?
Yeah.
Yarquim, he's still playing, you know?
Yakin.
Batiste, isn't he?
Yeah, he's still good, man.
38 or something
Yeah,
like that.
him and
innit?
Naves.
Yeah.
But there's a time when loads of players came through. Like Aymar came through. Saviola was serious when he came through, man. I thought he was going to be a bad man. He kind of just never really.
But again,
Hit the heights
It's one
of
of them
what?
ones we get. Like I said, we get a lot of them players come through here, and I say with the British press, they build them up so high. Cool. Well, no wonder they, because you put them on a pedestal up here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
true.
Like the expectation of him is like, okay, cool, let him start getting some games under their
I can't
feet.
believe Bayern are still looking at Hudson-Odoi. I can't really see. I don't see it.
See something
Again, it's
You got Coleman. What's his name? Kingsley.
Kingsley Coman.
Gnabry.
Yeah,
Sané.
and you're
Sané.
thinking about buying him. What is he gonna do? Where's he gonna come and play?
But again, if you look at like systems they play and how they play their game,
he might fit that.
he fits. I mean, look at it the minute we're talking about Loftus-Cheek at Chelsea.
He's got slated, didn't he?
Yeah. And they're saying, you know, this, that, and it's like, okay, cool, that's one game and you lot are killing the man.
Yeah.
He's just come back from a big injury as well.
Massive
Yeah.
knee, wasn't
Like,
And before he got injured, he was like doing all right.
Yeah.
Like,
The bits man got called up for England.
but again, he's getting put up here, one bad game.
straight.
You know, they're
yeah.
straight on top of him, and it's again. I think, like I said, I think this is a thing with the British media, what they do, and every time before we go World Cup, every other country protect their players, their team.
Yeah.
Us, we'll build them up. They probably had this story on Rooney or whoever for 6
Long
months.
time, yeah,
But
of
we'll
course,
save
of
it till
course.
we're about to go to Euros or to World Cup. Boom, that's the story.
Yeah, because they know everyone's so excited about it, and it's going to be read, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's what
that's
it's
what
going
I'm
to be
saying.
at.
But for you as a national newspaper, how are you trying to help our country?
Yeah,
Like
that's
if you're doing that,
Mashing up the
like where every other
country,
country, even America, kiss and tell, they're not interested. They don't want to hear it.
yeah.
But here, they thrive on it. Like, so.
yeah, it's always happened, isn't it?
As we've got X9 in the building, X9 used to be a pro, you know. I want to hear your 1 to 11, X. Test. What you saying, man? The best
1 to
players you
11.
played with, you know.
I ain't got like a 1 to 11.
No?
It's hard. No, it's hard. I've thought about it and tried it, but I can't really. I can't really give you straight like 1 to 11.
You got some play. You must have some players that you played with.
You must have
like-
the players that you played with. You thought, yeah, cool, they're ballers.
Yeah.
Just give us 5 players. Just give us 5 if you can't do 11. Give us 5 players that you played with and you thought, do you know what? Yeah, ballers.
So Ashley Williams, probably one of them.
Yeah.
Leon Court was another centre half who was decent.
He's decent. Southend, I remember.
And the thing is, when I was at Southend, we had Glenn Murray
Yeah.
come on trial. He couldn't get in.
What? Man could get in.
X9. And I say he sort of went back up north again. Funny because when I went to Stockport, he came on loan at Stockport, and so he actually played with us. So he's a good lad. Do you know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
Got a few headers.
But yeah, he scored a few to be fair. But I always say with these players, like even like your Ashes and whatever, like you play with them, and you don't really see nothing outstanding. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But obviously, the people who are watching, consistency.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
blah
yeah,
blah.
yeah.
So when they go on and get their moves, I mean, there's been like quite a few of them that's gone on. Like Leon Britton come to Southend, too small.
Wow, yeah.
Then
Remember,
obviously
he
went
played
to
for Swansea, man.
Bad it up for
And that was when
yeah,
they're
playing
comparing.
Prem.
Remember him and his
Yeah.
pass completion to Xavi.
Yeah,
That
playing
day.
Prem and all that. Like, yeah. So, you know, Steve Morrison, obviously played for Wales, centre forward.
Yeah.
Played with him at Stevenage. Again, he'd just bang you a goal. He's like Freddie Eastwood, man.
Yeah.
Get the ball and just bang.
Yeah.
And then obviously with our vets team, we had Titus, Kieran, Carlos Edwards, Raw Fox.
Not a bad team.
Ground rule.
So, and then obviously when you play like the charity games, but there's just too many names, like, and I ain't really taking it serious. So it's just a case of just. But there was one time when we was in Manchester, yeah, like goals we have in Ipswich, they got one up there, and I don't know who hired it out, but we hired it out for like a Wednesday night or something, and went to play 5-a-side.
At this point, you were pro.
I think I just finished, but we had and I was staying at Titus's, so we had Titus, Sean White Phillips,
What?
Gabby Bonahor, Ashley Young, Michael Richards was there, Zach Knight, and so we were all playing this 5-a-side. Like people was coming past like, what the do you know what I mean? But to be fair to none of them, this was like before it went phone crazy and people would like film and whatnot.
yeah.
You get in trouble for that.
And then
now.
as I say, there's a few of us, and we had like 5-a-side between us like for an hour, a good workout, and like, you know,
Yeah.
and I said that was good. And then after we come off it, like it was like see man's touching and all that.
Yeah.
I was up there, bro.
X9 still had it, you know. X9 still had it.
I was Titus come and do this. I was Titus like that. so yeah. And playing against like some of the other people again, you still think like,
How you done it?
yeah.
Yeah.
But when people say like best defenders you play against, like Michael Dubry was up there, you know.
Of course, Dubry's a bad man, boy.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But a lot of people don't give him the credit. Like,
Nah, but he was solid,
Yeah,
man.
because he made some horrendous mistakes, and that's what they get
It
at
was
him.
towards the end of his career though when he started making the mistakes and stuff. And like, everyone
Yeah,
makes
but that's what
mistakes.
people remember you for, isn't it?
Yeah, that is true.
But yeah, like I said, he was up there. Funny because during lockdown I got some videos and that from my mum's, and we had a friendly against West Ham.
Yeah.
And they had, can you remember Thomas Repka?
Yeah.
And he had him, Ian Pearce, and some next big, and I was like, pff. I'm watching it. See, every time I'm going up for a header, you see my neck. You know that man's coming
You don't want
strong.
that, yeah. You don't. And the thing is, you get away with more back then as well.
Yeah. But there's a couple of bits on there which I just, you know, the little 1-2 random man and that, just film it. Like a Joe Cole playing that day, the Canio.
Nice.
But yeah, no, to be fair, like going through, you played against some names and that again. You played like a lot of people like on this list who I played with and whatnot are not well known.
Yeah.
But they've gone on and played Premiership.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah.
One more thing for you then. Your footballer's greatest moment. So for you, like, one of the greatest moments of your pro career.
Retiring.
Nah.
I don't know. So I played. One of the biggest disappointments was we got to the LDV fans final.
Yeah.
Cool.
But that was the year that the old Wembley was getting knocked down. So if we'd have got there the year before, I'd have played at the old Wembley.
Yeah.
But since that, so we got to the LDV, we played at the Millennium.
Cardiff, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I played there 3 times. So the last time I played there, the year after, new Wembley was built.
Piss.
So I didn't get to play at any of the Wembleys. So I played Millennium 3 times,
Yeah.
but none of the Wembleys.
Okay.
So
How
that's
did you get on in the results?
We lost 2 of them, and we got promoted to go League One. So lost 2-1-1, and I was on the bench all 3.
You played there though, man.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Lived the dream.
Cool. All right, so I think we should start wrapping it up now then, guys, yeah? I know there's a lot of people out there going to be saying, you should have this player in, you should have that player in, but you got to remember this is our top 5. You can leave your comments in the post. You can come on and have a chat with us if you feel like you think you've got
Let
something
me just
to
tell you now
add.
that no one texts me nothing. Yeah? No one texts me nothing. I can't hear nothing. Even in the post that you see.
Big shout out to Ash and Ray who couldn't make it today. We'll see you on the next one. But yeah, I think we out. Where the keys at, boys? We gone.
Peace.
Let's